Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm back with Nate and Noah. We're finally back. We finally returned at our hiatus. We're not going to mention that this is our second attempt to do this episode.
You just mentioned it, dumbass.
Yeah, I know. That was
Yeah,
the
why
joke.
why would why would you do that? That's dumb. That
That
makes no
wasn't very
It
sense.
cash
was,
money of you.
Yeah,
funny, haha.
that wasn't very LeBron James of you.
Yes, this is our second attempt at doing this episode. That's why for all the 12.2 thousand TikTok viewers that have watched my TikTok, the video did not come out Monday like it was supposed to, or Sunday like it was supposed to. It's now coming out either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Nate's audio fucked up. Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.
It wasn't even your fault. It wasn't even your fault.
No, it's his fault. It was his part of the audio that was bad.
It's true.
Yeah, you're right. Me and Noah's audio was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we're doing the Oscars now. This is our Oscar bait episode. So does it? Oh, Nate, do you have movie news before we get into the Oscars?
I did, but fuck it. We roll.
Fuck it. Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. On to the Oscars.
Okay. Bro, just mention big news like that briefly.
And his wife and dog.
Yeah, full respects to Gene Hackman and his wife and his dog, I guess.
Gene
I,
Hack
didn't- I
woman.
didn't know his
Mhm.
I didn't know his I didn't know
Gene
his
Hack
dog.
woman.
I didn't know his dog also died. That's tough.
Yeah. I think it starved to death.
Oh.
All
Because
right.
him and his wife died and
Yeah,
then the dog
all
didn't.
right, we can move on. We can move on.
Shout out my greatest enemy, Mike Green. If you watch the mock draft, you'll understand that.
On God.
Anyways, moving on. The Oscars. Yeah. Is anybody gonna say anything or am I just starting?
You have our permission to
Ju-
start.
Just
Alright.
go for it.
Thank you for giving me your permission to start. Welcome to the Oscars, everybody. We are going to start with the category of Best Supporting Actress. The way that we did this is me and Nate saw a good amount of 2024 releases. We saw most things that were on the ballot. Noah, I don't know if you watched a single movie in theaters this year or a single movie that came out this year.
I did not.
So
Well, I might have
we let.
watched the movie that came out this year that like went to streaming, but like not in the theater,
Mhm,
so I didn't go to the theater this year.
mhm. So we let Noah just pick from. We said podcast releases originally, but Noah just picked whatever movies he wanted, and
You
that's how
said
we.
both podcast releases and movies I watched, all right?
Yeah. Well,
Don't all of a sudden just be like, "Oh, he picked his own watches too and did whatever he wanted." Like, no, you literally said that. And also we had like 10 good podcast movies to choose from, so it kind of would have been repetitive.
Had 18
nuh-uh.
good or 17 good podcast
But
movies.
okay, we did the horror movies were mid outside of like The Thing,
W
and
the
then
thing.
we had like three bad movies of the month or something like that.
We
And
had two bad movies of the month. Jason X was a masterpiece.
shut up. And then Nate chose a couple of movies, so
All right. All right, pal.
Yeah, we
so
had two good
anyway.
hosts, and then Nate, movie selection wise.
Taking my talents to South Beach.
You know what's funny? If you look at it, I probably picked worse movies this year than Nate because I picked. No, actually, no, I didn't. I fucked Nate.
You picked The Nice Guys and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No, I didn't. That episode doesn't exist. You also picked A Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah, for a Christmas movie.
Okay, you could have picked like a cult classic like The Grinch.
Nuh-uh.
You could have picked the Grunch, bro.
The Grunt.
Yeah, the Grunch.
Well, I
Anyways, on to
also
the
picked Interstellar and Goodfellas.
And how did
You're not
this
allowed.
episode turn out?
Well, we'll talk about that
You did
later.
such a bad job with Goodfellas. You're no longer allowed to claim it as a movie that you picked. It's a movie that happened.
I caused that episode.
It was ordained in the stars that it was going to be our September episode. You didn't pick it.
The episode
Anyway,
the episode wasn't made by me. It was caused by me.
all right, let's get into our first award, Best Supporting Actress. And the nominees are Felicity Jones from The Brutalist, Jessica Chastain from Interstellar, and Ingrid Bergman from Casablanca. And despite the fact that Ingrid Bergman was literally, I think, born in the 1800s, Noah decided to put her on this list.
I don't think she was born in the 1800s. All right, Casablanca is like
She was born in
was made during
1915.
World War II. Yeah, like she wasn't like a freaking middle-aged woman in Casablanca. So
Noah, when Ingrid Bergman says she was born in the trenches, she means of World War One. That's how old the
yeah,
movie you picked.
but guess what? The movie is good, and it's only like 10 years older than 12 Angry Men. So
Yeah, but 12 Angry Men is one of the best movies ever made.
so is Casablanca.
I don't know. It has its lead actress's name is Humphrey. I can't take that movie seriously.
But that dude did a good job though. Shout out
Oh
to
yeah,
Humphrey. Humphrey
Humphrey
was goaded.
Bogart's a great actor, but it's
No.
just a stupid name.
Shout out Humphrey, I
No,
guess.
no. You take that back. You don't hate on my man Humphrey. Come on, just because he's got a goofy name doesn't mean his performance was bad. No
Goofy
discrimination
all
here.
name Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart.
Listen, he was born and he's probably a good amount older than Ingrid Bergman. He
That sounds
might
like
have
a
been.
Harry Potter spell.
Hold up. When was Humphrey Bogart born?
Harry Potter villain Humphrey
1899.
Bogart.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might be born in the 1800s. Yeah, he is.
You know what I found out that was
Guys, I
really
wonder if
crazy.
he's still alive.
You know what I found out that was crazy. And you guys are gonna say, oh, well, they have the same last name. The guy who made Longlegs, Osgood Perkins, his uncle is Anthony Perkins, the guy from Psycho. I just learned that, and I thought it was a cool fact because Longlegs has a few callbacks to like Psycho. It has a few scenes that reference it, and I thought it was cool that they're related. All right,
Thanks for
nothing. I
coming.
guess I'll go fuck myself. That's cool.
Yep. That's cool, Ryan. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
Nate's
guess I'll go.
not gonna say anything, so
Yeah,
I have
thanks,
to give
Nate,
you like
to
a,
contributing to this conversation.
I'll
You're
have to give you a
welcome.
little cookie there because I feel a little bad.
You're
You
welcome.
give a mouse a if you give a
Yeah,
podcast host a compliment.
I'll give you a little treat. You're a
Let's
good boy.
go.
Good
No, I'm
boy.
not. I'm not giving you a treat, Nate. Why were you saying let's
Yeah,
go? No,
Nate.
you're not getting fed
Nate,
tonight.
yeah, Nate, shut the fuck up. This is our conversation
Insert
now.
James Menard picture.
I'm not putting that fucking picture in.
Why not?
I might. I don't know. Maybe.
I think I have to leave the podcast now because the James Menard picture is not going to be here.
I've already emailed
Yeah,
it
but
to
then
you.
I have.
You kind of have to put it in now.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but then that means I have to watch the podcast, which.
Here,
Yeah,
we're 9 minutes in. There's your
yeah,
cue.
Thank you. Thank you.
9 minutes in, man. That's not that difficult.
Oh, trust me, you've never had to watch one of the podcasts before for editing.
Okay, so okay, so should we just kill ourselves then and just like stop this podcast since it's so hard for you to sit through? Even one of the
Maybe.
people who are on it can't watch it. I mean, our viewer
Maybe.
retention rate is actually terrible. We don't
Our
speak of
viewer
it though.
retention rate, if it was possible for there to be negative viewer retention rate, I think that we'd be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
People just watch for like a minute and Ryan probably says like some super offensive joke or something, and then they just click off.
That sounds about right.
Probably. You know why our viewer retention rate's so low? Because we're 10 minutes into this episode and we haven't gotten into the fucking Oscars yet.
Well, it's a freaking hour and a half podcast probably or something like that. So womp womp.
Yeah, maybe if you
Wah,
actually
wah.
said who was gonna win.
It's called a podcast. It's not a like 5 minute video for the pre-bill with TikTok brains and stuff.
Do we need to put Subway Surfers on this podcast for people to watch it?
I think we
Uh,
might.
People still wouldn't watch it. All right,
Anyways,
well, I
I
suppose we should get into the awards.
my, my winner for Best Supporting Actress is Felicity Jones for The Brutalist. Um, I think The Brutalist was a great movie. There's been some controversy about Adrian Brody using one scene worth of AI to fix his accent, which I don't fucking care. It's a 3.5 hour movie. So yeah, she was great in it. Go watch the movie. I'm not gonna explain the whole plot to you now because it's a 4 hour movie. But Nate can do it if he wants.
I will not be
Ye-
doing that,
So
but Felicity
kind of
Jones
hard
is
to
also my
watch.
pick.
Kind of hard to think about watching The Brutalist when I don't really like Adrian Brody and
Whoa,
three
whoa,
and a half
whoa.
hour movie. No, no, okay, listen.
All
He's a
right,
good actor, but he's
you
kind
guys
of
can
like
fight.
kind of annoying person.
Oh yeah, he's a prick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Hollywood
So it's
actor.
like so on top of it being a 3.5 hour movie, you telling me I would watch an Adrian Brody movie for 3.5 hours. That's not very convincing for me.
Yeah, that's not a convincing argument you got there.
Listen, like 2 hour movie, okay, sure. But 3.5 hours? Nah.
I mean,
So
I
as you can tell,
technically
I did
watched
not watch The Brutalist.
I technically watched like a 16-hour Adrian Brody movie last year.
60
Why?
what? How? How?
Winning Time, if you think about it. Winning Time was awesome. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, why would you say you watched a freaking movie, not
Shut
anyway?
up. I was making a joke.
No. No, it didn't land.
You know what else didn't land?
What?
The planes. And I
All right, pal.
think I think you know where this joke is going. Somebody call the Pentagon.
All right.
And there's our quota.
We've met our quota for the week.
15 minutes in and we've met our quota.
All right.
And
So,
that's better than not making it at all.
so I guess I will nominate somebody for Best Supporting Actress. So, uh, I would say Jessica Chastain from Interstellar. I would do Ingrid Bergman, but then I realized she's actually low-key not even really a supporting actress. So I'll just go Jessica Chastain. And Interstellar is a really good movie, and that was one of the best watches of the year. The Nate, a broken clock is right twice a day with him choosing that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what I
Makes up
love
for
more
Fury.
I think what I love more about the fact that you loved Interstellar, Noah, was the fact that we convinced Ryan that was actually a good ending.
hmm Well, I actually defended a Nate movie. I never thought I'd do that.
You didn't. I don't know if you convinced me it was a good ending. I think you just convinced me to stop struggling and just accept my fate.
We
Well,
we uh we s- we submitted you into liking the ending.
Just held me down and forced me into liking Interstellar.
We got you in a freaking chokehold.
I actually rewatched Interstellar more recently.
bro still hates the ending.
No, I didn't care for
Well,
the ending. I fell
well,
asleep.
Ryan also like doesn't like endings in movies. Like, didn't he not like the Thing ending either?
No,
Even
he
though that
didn't.
ending was freaking
I didn't say.
amazing ending. That ending
I didn't
was
say.
actually insane, but Ryan was like,
I didn't.
nah, kind of mid.
You know what ending I do like? Hereditary.
See, this is why we can't trust you with endings.
You're
You know, you've got some solid film opinions, but then it gets to endings, and I just gotta cue the one photo of Shaq calling the timeout, and that's how it is with Ryan's
yeah.
freaking
We,
endings.
when Ryan talks about endings, you gotta get the little.
Nate picks bad movies. I like bad endings.
Yeah, and I'm just without fault at all on this podcast, except when I mess up audio sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
when we forget to download audio files.
Hey man, it could happen to anybody. It was a busy week for me.
Do you remember the week after the Interstellar episode where I tried to rage bait you into thinking I thought the Whiplash ending was also bad?
Yeah, like one of the best movie endings from the past decade.
Yeah, I'm kind of mid actually. So guys,
Actually, guys.
Whiplash was a movie all about how you have to work harder. You know, I've been seeing some more reels and TikToks about Whiplash lately, and it reminds me how people have absolutely no media literacy when they talk about how, man, Whiplash really motivated me to go and succeed in life and stuff.
You know what I hate? When people comment on Whiplash videos, like somebody will explain what they think the ending means because it's like up for interpretation, you know?
Mhm.
And somebody will reply to their comment, yet another doesn't understand the ending of Whiplash. I'm like, shut up, bro. You get
Well,
no
okay.
bitches.
No, if somebody's conclusion after Whiplash is that, yeah, man, this movie is all about how I need to work harder, or that, oh, yeah, what Neiman did was a really good thing of completely laying down everything in his life just for freaking drumming, man, that was a really good thing. Like I'm a little concerned at that takeaway from the movie, but you know, to each their own, I guess. Hey guys, it's the abusive relationship between a student and a teacher. That's really motivating for me, you know?
You're getting a chair hurled at your head.
Yeah, getting
I mean,
verbally abused and also physically abused. Yeah, really motivates me to achieve my dreams.
Why do you suppose I hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
Anyway, best of that or best original screenplays next.
all right, on to best original screenplay, which no one now knows what that word means, so I don't have to explain it again.
Mistakes were
Nominees for
made.
best The nominees for best original screenplay are Whiplash, Pulp Fiction, and The Brutalist. And I picked The Brutalist just by virtue of it was the one nominee that came out this year, and I'm trying to pick 2024 movies. I do think Whiplash and Pulp Fiction are both better,
Yeah,
but
I'm the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but Brutalist came out this year, so recency bias, I guess.
I'm in the same boat just because I'm also, to the best of my ability, trying to pick 2024 releases. And even though Whiplash is the better screenplay, it came out a decade ago.
Well, guys, you know, Whiplash is actually re-released in theaters for a little bit this year. So
Wait,
I
did it
think I'm gonna
actually?
go Whiplash right here. Yeah, they did it for like the 10-year
Wait,
anniversary.
you know what? Fuck it, Whiplash wins.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For that reason, I
When
didn't
you
actually
really
know
think
that.
about it, you know. See,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction didn't. I was I think last time we recorded, I think I picked Pulp Fiction for this. I still think it would be very close, but I'd go Whiplash just because the overall themes of the movie are a little bit more in depth than Pulp Fiction, but Pulp Fiction's dialogue is freaking insane. So it's a toss up, but I guess I'll go Whiplash.
W clean sweep for Whiplash.
Mm-hmm.
Whiplash
No,
on the
guys. Nah,
technicality.
let me go pick the Brutalist now, just to be a contrarian.
Just for rage baiting.
Mm-hmm. Me
It,
when I
you know
successfully
what's
rage bait on a topic I know nothing about.
You know what's really funny? There is a chance that Pulp Fiction was released in some theaters too for its 30th anniversary last year.
That's true. It is the 30th anniversary. Wow.
I definitely
Again,
feel like we would have heard about that though.
no, I guarantee
Maybe.
some small theater somewhere.
Yeah. But like Whiplash was something that like we heard about though. So I think that because I remember sending you guys some posts about it or being sent posts about it, I guess. I never went to see it in the theaters because it was there for like one day and I wasn't able to go like that one day, so that was a little sad. But
Oh, we've
And,
opened Pandora's box. Nate is gonna pick Interstellar to win everything now because it came out in
oh my
theaters again
gosh,
last year.
that's right, that too.
It did. I forgot about that.
Oh shoot.
I didn't.
Yes, I could successfully pick the freaking 2014 movies here. But shout out to years that end with a 4 for movies, because apparently they're just freaking insane now.
Except this year.
Yeah, except this year.
Yeah,
There were some good
well,
ones.
what? Okay,
But
well,
Amelia
isn't
Perez also came out.
I'm just gonna trust that Dune Part 2 is amazing because I've seen some of the
Oh,
shots from that movie and that movie looks freaking
Oh,
beautiful.
it is a
So
visually
just gonna,
oh,
beautiful movie.
I'm just gonna trust that that's amazing. I hope it's not like 2001: A Space Odyssey where it's beautiful but
it's
absolutely
not.
terrible.
It's not. Stuff actually happens in that movie. Characters interact.
Yeah, that's good. All right, we should move through these categories a little quicker, perhaps.
You should not tell me what to do.
No, I'm gonna tell you what to do. This is my podcast now.
Best adapted screenplay. The nominees are 12 Angry Men, The Shawshank Redemption, which also came out in 1994, I believe. The Godfather, Dune Part 2, Gladiator 2, and Nosferatu, which, funny enough, is not the sequel to Nosferatu. It's just Nosferatu.
Or as Adam Sandler would say, Nosferatu.
Did he say that?
Yeah, at the Oscars.
Yeah, as you do.
You wanna pick your winner there, Ryan, or
Ryan, why do you keep doing this?
I'm sorry.
are we just gonna sit in silence for the next 20
Uh,
seconds?
no, okay, so for viewers' context, the last recording, Ryan towards the end, like for the last 5 categories, just like sat in silence for like 30 seconds every time before we had to like tell him to give his opinion. Yeah, we had to
um,
force his opinion out of him.
I don't wanna.
No, I don't
Um,
wanna.
my winner for best adapted screenplay is going to be Dune Part 2, which Nate is. Nate, I'm going to call you stupid. I'm sorry. I love you, but Nate's like, Dune Part 2 is an adapted screenplay because it's a sequel. No, Dune Part 2 is an adapted screenplay because it comes from a fucking book.
And it's also a sequel. The whole reason we have Gladiator 2 there.
Ugh. Yeah, but that's not the
Yeah,
reason.
but it's like a double adapted screenplay then, you know?
Oh.
Double
Oh.
win.
Noah coming
Yeah.
Noah coming from the top rope.
I just created a freaking new Oscars topic.
The double adaptive
Exactly.
screenplay, a sequel that's also based off a book.
I don't think that comes around too often, but you know.
They gotta make an adapted literature where it's just a book sequel.
Alright, so Ryan, you picked Dune Part 2. I'm picking Nosferatu. God, what did I say about it in the last recording? I already forgot.
You jorked your peanuts the whole time you were watching the movie.
Oh yeah, my Count Orcock. No, Nosferatu was just pretty much exactly what you're expecting from a vampire movie, based around old school Transylvania and that kind of thing. It's exactly that, and that I thought it was done really well.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I'll go with the actually this kind of tough.
Uh,
Hold on. I gotta make my decision real quick. It's between
oh,
there's 3 really insane nominations here with 12 Angry Men, Shawshank, and The Godfather. I think just off the screenplay, I gotta go with The Godfather. Although,
let's say it is the worst thing that is adapted though. It's like original
and also,
form is the worst.
it adapted something that was awful and turned it into an absolute masterpiece. So I'll go with The Godfather because that's the most impressive one. Um, so yeah, The Godfather. I don't think I have anything new to say about that movie. So I think we'll just move on because
If you want to hear Noah's opinions on The Godfather, you gotta wait for the review, buddy boy.
you got to just go on my letterbox. I had a whole yap session about it. By the way, I think I'm gonna make my return to letterbox soon.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Reading your
I
letterbox reviews is the only time when I'm happy.
Yeah, my letterbox reviews are goated, especially the Jason X one.
That is probably
Yeah,
the best out of them.
I'll have some real serious film analysis, and then when I watch a movie that just like befuddles me, like Jason X, I'll just go into tomfoolery.
You turn into a supervillain when that
He
happens.
turns into
No,
the Green
I
Goblin
need
mask
to.
starts talking to him.
I need to start watching more bad movies this year to just make more funny reviews like that.
Yeah. We got to start watching more bad movies on the podcast, which we will.
Well, we do one a month, I think. So
Yeah, it's 12 a year.
but stop. We skipped a couple months though. I feel like with the bad movie of the month, like because or at least one of them because we did
Yeah,
the podcast
We
for like
get we,
4 months
skipped
we
originally.
skipped
November.
November and December. And December.
Nah, yeah, we didn't watch a bad movie during Thanksgiving. Yeah, okay, we got to do the friggin' Dragon Ball Evolution one soon. The lowest rated movie on Letterboxd.
Yeah, we will be doing that soon.
All right. Well, I suppose we're on to the next one.
We are on to the next topic, which is going to be Best Supporting Actor. Your nominees are Christoph Waltz from Django Unchained, J.K. Or sorry, as Nate would say it, Django.
No,
Unchained.
Django.
Django. The Django Fett.
Actually, the D is silent because Django says that at the end of the movie.
J.K. Simmons from Whiplash, Nicolas Cage from Long Legs, Kieran Culkin from A Real Pain, and Morgan Freeman for The Shawshank Redemption. My pick for winner is Nicolas Cage from Long Legs. That movie's awesome. He plays a great serial killer. He's basically just playing Nicolas Cage. Instead of being funny, he's scary. It's a great time. Spoiler alert, it's going to be my horror movie for October. So you'll hear more about it then. But yeah, that's my pick for best supporting actor.
Ryan threatens to have another horror movie in October.
Is it actually a horror movie this time, Ryan?
No, 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 no. Wait.
It is kind of it's a crime thriller that has horror elements. So yeah, I guess so.
Horror
Has
elements is
horror elements.
horror elements
Okay,
is
so it's
a
not a horror
fancy way to
movie.
say it's not a horror movie because that's exactly how
Okay,
you
good.
described Hereditary.
Okay,
No,
guys, so
okay,
it's
this one
not
has
so it's
horror
not
elements.
scary.
This one has horror elements throughout the whole movie.
No, not just the
What,
last 20 minutes.
why can't you just say
Yes.
horror movie? Why do you have to say horror elements?
Okay, fine. It's a fucking horror movie. Shit.
All right, there you go. We got his confession.
All right. So Ryan picked Nicolas Cage. I'm picking Kieran Culkin from A Real Pain. Um, since this is coming out after the Oscars, he did
Yeah,
win the.
wow, you're gonna agree with the Academy, you freaking loser.
Hey, I agreed with them before it came out.
No.
You freaking narc.
Yeah, imagine agreeing with the Academy. Disgusting.
No, a real.
Sell out.
God damn it!
Nate sold out.
Noah, you wanna give your pick or?
Dude, I thought you were gonna say more, but all right. Thought you were really gonna like
Yeah.
explain your pick a little bit or something, but all right. So,
No.
we didn't need an explanation anyway because we know you're a sellout. So, uh, I'm gonna go with gosh, this is another tough one. Christoph Waltz or J.K. Simmons? Who do I pick here? I think I gotta go J.K. Simmons, but
Yeah, which one's more
man,
likely to hurl a chair at your head?
these are two friggin' masterpiece performances though. So again, I just gotta give a shout out to Christoph Waltz real quick in Django Unchained. That's legit one of my favorite performances I've seen. But J.K. Simmons is also that too. And I feel like his performance is just more dynamic, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but it's just he does quite a bit, and that character is an interesting character, and yeah, he hurls chairs at people's heads. Terrence Fletcher from Whiplash is a really nice guy. I'd love to have him as a teacher.
You could say he's
I'd
a
love to
pretty
have
good
dinner with
fella.
him.
Yeah, he's a pretty good fella.
Yeah. Anyways, On to best VFX. The nominees are 2001: A Shitty Movie, Star Wars: A New Hope, Sonic 3, Alien Romulus, and Dune Part 2. I picked Sonic 3 here because I thought it'd be funny to pick Sonic 3 here. So I picked Sonic 3 here. It was a good movie. It had very good VFX. It was well edited.
I'm also picking Sonic 3 because yes, it is funny to have Sonic 3 here, but you gotta remember what we could have had. You gotta remember the old Sonic design. You know, with the human teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So you gotta remember what we could have had, and you gotta be grateful that this is what we ended up with.
I agree.
I am also picking Sonic 3. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's really good.
I promise, it's really good.
Yeah. And also, I just didn't want to choose a 1968 or 1977 movie here. So, yeah.
I could actually pick Sonic 3.
Okay, my real this is I haven't seen Sonic 3, so I guess I would have to pick Star Wars.
I mean, you can pick Sonic 3 if you want. We won't stop you.
Nah, well, okay, Sonic 3 was pick is the pick then because they upgraded the design a lot.
We've got two
Yes, they
sweeps,
do.
and they're Whiplash and Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 better movie than Whiplash?
Probably. All right, best editing: Star Wars: A New Hope, Interstellar, Conclave, or The
Whoa,
Brutalist.
we're just gonna
I
skip
Oh,
over
hold on
Whiplash?
now.
I said that.
Hold your horses there.
No, I said Whiplash.
I
No,
didn't
you
hear you
didn't.
say Whiplash.
I didn't hear
Well,
it.
Nate. Well, you guys are fucking deaf and stupid. I
You
said
got
Whiplash.
no, bro. Oh, okay, okay. Ryan's just trying to gaslight us. Yeah, shut up. No, you
Shut up.
did not say it. You did not say it. We're gonna be 3 angry men now and debate this.
Start over.
I'm talking. Best editing: Star Wars: A New Hope, Interstellar, Conclave, or The Brutalist.
Okay, rage bait. This is actually a rage bait.
My pick for best editing is a surprise fifth entrant, Whiplash. It came on here, and I feel like picking it over Conclave, which was my original winner. So, yeah.
I'm also picking Whiplash because as much as I love
Oh,
Interstellar,
oh, you're so fucking original, Nate. Nice job.
shut the fuck up. As much as I love Interstellar, Whiplash is edited better. It has much cleaner transitions between scenes, and a lot of the shots
uh,
are. I'm getting there. A lot of the shots with when Neiman's playing the drums are just some of the best shots.
that's not editing. That's cinematography,
I'm
Nate.
getting there, motherfucker.
No, you're not. You don't know what
Cine- ci-
fuck.
Yeah, cinematography. Wow, we just created something new.
All right, Noah, fuck you. You
Oh.
go ahead. I give up.
All right, so it's gonna be Whiplash because it's edited really well. So we have a sweep. Next one.
Great
Oh,
analysis, Noah.
have you ever seen the one video of Scotty Barnes where it's like what was the first thing you learned about the NBA as a rookie? It was like the people in the NBA are really good. So like that's just kind of like I was just being Scotty Barnes there when it comes to film now.
It's your version. All right,
Yeah.
best original score: Wicked, Interstellar, The Wild Robot, Halloween 1978, and Star Wars: A New Hope. I'm picking Halloween, just purely because I watched it this year. That's why I'm not picking A New Hope. I didn't watch A New Hope last year. Um, but I just don't want to pick Wicked, so I'm picking Halloween.
Yeah,
Interstellar
can we
was right
please?
there, bro.
No.
Yeah, but Halloween's better.
Nate, take it.
Yeah, Interstellar's my pick here. Interstellar, the cornfield chase track alone clears all of Halloween.
Also, we're being wrong today.
He's actually being correct today because my pick is also Interstellar. I would pick Star Wars, but I want to just spite Ryan right now. And actually, Interstellar might low-key be a better score than Star Wars somehow. It's actually pretty close.
I mean, maybe.
Perchance.
Perchance. Anyways, on to Best Actress. This is a great category. We got Jodie Foster for Silence of the Lambs, Uma Thurman for Kill Bill Volume 2.
Kill
On my
Yourself,
notes, it just
Volume
Kill
2.
Volume 2.
yeah, on my notes it just says Kill Volume 2.
Yo, what did Volume 2 do to you?
Not Volume 1, just Volume 2, by the way. Emma
Yeah,
Stone
yeah.
from
So,
All
all right.
About
So Volume 1 is staying alive, but we're killing Volume 2, right?
yeah, fuck Volume 2.
Isn't Volume 2
Okay.
like the highly rated one compared to the 2?
Yeah, that's why it's put there, Nate.
Oh, no. Okay. I nominated this one, right? So Kill Bill Volume 2 is worse than Kill Bill Volume 1, but Uma Thurman's
Then why'd you
performance
put
in
it?
Volume 2. But Uma Thurman's performance is better in Volume 2 than in Volume 1.
Oh, okay.
It's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous to say that.
Anyway, continue, Ryan.
We have Mickey Madison's dumbass for Stupid Ass of Nora, Anne Hathaway for Interstellar, Demi Moore for The Substance, Lily Rose Depp for Nosferatu, and Toni Collette for Hereditary.
Actually, that's not on the sheet.
Actually, it's on my sheet. So.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
it's
Well,
not on my sheet.
none of the one you emailed to me and Nate. So, I guess you're the only one that can nominate her. So,
I
that's tough.
added it last minute, so suck my pee. I'm picking Demi Moore from The Substance. She was great in that movie. That movie was awesome. It shows the horrors of getting older in Hollywood, I guess, and trying to combat that. But also Toni Collette does deserve her a shout out here. That dinner table scene is probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie. It's really, really good. Anyways, on to Nate, who's probably gonna pick Mickey Mouse.
No, I'm picking.
Fucking win.
Fuck you! I'm picking Lily Rose Depp.
Oh, okay, that's better than Mickey Mouse.
No, well, neither of you have seen Nosferatu. At least, Ryan, unless you've seen it since Saturday, which I don't think you have.
Well, I just assumed that Lily Rose Depp's performance sucked. So, yeah, Nosferatu just sounds like a bad movie. I just get bad vibes from it, you know.
I get bad vibes from it.
The aura is off. It's not there. I just
Yeah,
don't feel it.
You haven't seen Count Orlok.
Or is Count Warcock?
You know, from the title, that honestly sounds like a goated movie.
Lily Rose.
It just sounds like a cool name, bro. Count Warlock, like that's just.
No, not Warlock. Orlok.
Oh, all right. Well, it lost its aura now. If it was Count Warlock, I'm like, that's a badass name right there. But ew, disgusting. Yeah, negative aura.
Negative aura. But no, Lily Rose Depp portrayed the not so much damsel in distress, but what's the word I'm looking for here? The lustfulness of the character towards Count Orlok really well, despite the fact that Count Orlok is a vampire with a pedophile mustache.
But aren't we all deep down?
What?
If you don't
Who's
believe me,
we?
No, he is.
Who's we?
He looks like Dr. Eggman if he got he looks like special needs pedophile Dr. Eggman.
What a description. Anyway, is that all you got, Nate?
Yeah, I gotta show you a picture of what Count Orlok looks like, 'cause it is pretty funny.
Okay.
Count Warlock.
All right, so I'm gonna be picking Jodie Foster from The Silence of the Lambs because she acted really well. Okay, I'll go a little more in depth on this one. Silence of the Lambs, great movie, and I feel like she
What
just
did you
really
just say?
she just
Sounds to the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs, yeah. Oh,
I'm just making fun of the
let me
way
see
you
this
pronounced
picture.
it.
What the hell is that?
It's Count
It's Count
Orlok.
Orlok, bro.
Ew, I feel touched.
Oh, you will be.
Well,
Okay. Anyway, more about Jodie Foster. Has an amazing performance here. It's not as good as Anthony Hopkins, but I feel like she plays really well off of him in this movie. And she has like the strong female lead here that's not like forced and stuff. She's actually like a real character, unlike let's say like Captain Marvel, you know, and Ray, you know. So this is how you do a female lead correctly. And yeah, great performance.
Very good. Sorry, I was sending a GIF to the
Okay.
Discord. Now let's go on to Best Actor. We have Marlon Brando from The Godfather, Christian Bale from American Psycho, Miles Teller from Whiplash, Adrian Brody from The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet from A Complete Unknown, and Sebastian Stan from The Apprentice. My winner is Timothy Chalamet from A Complete Unknown. Like they said at the Oscars, this man got so good at singing that he almost lost the role. Bob
Yeah,
Dylan is a
because
horrible singer.
Bob Dylan would never be that good at singing.
yeah, exactly.
No, he's only
He transcended the character.
But let's
he's
see,
only that.
Did Timothy Chalamet imitate another aspect of Bob Dylan while making this movie, I wonder?
Would that be saying the N word? I don't believe so.
Yeah, hard R too.
Perhaps. Let's hope that no racism allegations come out about Timothy Chalamet in the next few months. If so, then we know where they came from.
It came from Bob Dylan. He's trying to deflect.
He's trying to deflect.
Bro was method acting on set.
He was method acting.
Timothy Chalamet when he saw a black person on set and he was trying to be Bob Dylan.
The white folks, he was just
Oof.
Mate, can you finish that sentence?
No, I can't, but I can tell you my winner for best actor.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah, double it and give it. All right, no, you're the next person.
Double it and give it to the next person.
I'll double it and give it to the next person.
You know what? I thought about it for a little bit. I think I'm gonna double it and give it to the next person.
I
Yeah,
vote to triple Single Mother's Rent.
Can we quadruple it? Is that in the budget for this year?
Why start back
All
quad?
right. I have 3 wishes for the genie. Okay, so quadruple Single Mother's Rent.
Quadruple it again.
Quadruple it again, and then Adrian Brody be excommunicated from life.
Do you mean just kill him?
Well, I wanted to say it in like a interesting, cool way.
You know, he wanted to be a little silly with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell Adrian Brody he's been released.
Adrian Brody has been kicked from the game.
Adrian Brody's been demoted to the G League.
Adrian Brody has been released to waivers.
He's been traded to whatever the fuck Nicolas Cage was doing in the mid 2000s.
Adrian Brody has been claimed off waivers by Hell.
Wow.
All right, maybe I'm hating on him a little too much. I would say this about a guy like Deshaun Watson, actually. Because
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson,
Yes.
Adrian Brody, you might not like
that's
him, but have you seen The Pianist?
yeah. No. But okay, Adrian Brody, talented. He's a very, very narcissistic guy. Talented.
Nate, did you
So, I'll say he'll not be released on waivers. But who will be is Mr. Deshaun Watson and Justin Tucker, who are some of Satan's greatest soldiers,
Nate,
and
did you say if
Nico
I
Harrison too.
Nate, did you ask if I'd seen the penis?
The pianist?
Oh, I think you said the penis. I'm like, why would I look at Adrian Brody's penis? I'm not Halle Berry.
You know, the only other Oscar win he has?
Yes, I was there.
What? Anyways, my pick for Best Actor, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice.
You say
Hmm.
actress? Actually, Sebastian Stan is a
Actually,
male.
actually.
Actually, we're doing best actor, not actress.
Don't tell.
Anyways,
Not making that joke.
yeah, I know where you're going with that. Sebastian
I'm not getting
Stan,
it off in the.
That
he
joke was speaking to Ryan like the Green Goblin mask right there.
coward.
I just want to preface the possible joke by saying I love everybody, regardless.
Except for Colby.
There's no hate in my heart for any man except Colby Branham.
Except for Indians.
Whoa.
Let's go left turn.
Whoa. All right.
I think this
You know,
podcast might be taking a new direction.
you know, I just gotta get some off my chest real quick. Does India have deodorant in stock? Does
Oh my God, no. Anyway,
No,
Sebastian
okay.
Stan.
So I've been influenced by my Instagram Reels today, and I've got like 10 different videos just hating on Indians. So sorry guys.
Just
That's
the whole country of
I've been in
India.
Mark Zuckerberg made me this way. No, IG
The
Reels feed is
Conjuring.
so bad. IG Reels is
The
so
con-
bad. I gotta cleanse my IG Reels again because they're getting pretty racist.
Oh boy. Speaking of racist, Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. No, Sebastian Stan was able to portray Donald Trump's mannerisms in a pretty tasteful way considering the current climate of the world. And he looked exactly like Trump if you look at a picture from him, and he's gone on record saying he drank I think close to 12 Diet Cokes a day to make his face puffy to look like Trump.
Is that a noted thing about Diet Coke? So they make your face puffy?
Apparently the sugar in them makes your face swell up.
There's no sugar in them. That's kind of the whole diet point.
Well, that's just what he said, okay?
Alright.
All right, well, I guess I have an opinion here. So, I'm gonna go with a very hot take in Marlon Brando from The Godfather. Because he's Marlon Brando. I think that's a good enough
Why,
explanation.
Well,
why would you say something
he's
so
Marlon Brando,
controversial?
the actor, not the person.
Yeah, he's kind of, Marlon Brando's like the Antonio Brown of the acting world because he might be the first actor to have CTE with when you hear about what he did off camera, but extremely talented actor. I love the story about when he got like super obese before filming Apocalypse Now for no
Like
reason.
100 pounds?
Yeah, he just walks on set and all of a sudden he's like 100 pounds lighter than they thought, or heavier than they thought he would be, and they're just like, okay, we're gonna have to film in some pretty dark light, so you can barely even see Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
Bro, just
Kind of
like me
weird.
for real.
His character's his character's kind of weird in that movie, by the way. Apocalypse Now is
No,
just a weird like last third of the movie. I was kind of disturbed.
it's a, it's actually not Marlon Brando in that movie.
What? I was fooled.
Yeah, it's actually just Gomer Pyle. Sergeant Pyle. That's what he did after Full Metal Jacket ended.
Just private file.
Okay, well, next one.
The next award is for the best podcast moment, which is between "Oh no, he's been dislegged," the Michael Pena jokes, and Ryan's famous Borderlands rant. Which, let me say, the fact that Borderlands had a budget of $100 million, and all I got out of it was Jack Black playing a robot, midget Kevin Hart, and Jamie Lee Curtis cleavage. That's not worth $100 million. That's worth like $10. That's like a trading card pack.
Well, not 100, 120 million.
Ah! God, Borderlands, you've defeated me. Only movie. It's one of two movies in my entire life I've walked out of.
What was the other one?
Slender Man.
Yeah, that's fair.
I got into a rated R movie in high school and I walked out of it. I think it was rated R.
I think it
Might
was
have been
PG-13.
What happened in that forest wasn't PG-13.
Yep, it was PG-13. It has an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That movie was also heavily censored because of that chick that got stabbed in the forest, which was not PG-13. That was definitely rated R.
I wonder what it has on Letterboxd. It's got a 1.2 on Letterboxd.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
It has less than
Well, there's our.
1,000 5-star reviews.
That's I guess that's our October bad movie.
I guess so. So Ryan, would you like to tell us your winner or
Oh, I'm sorry. I think Borderlands rants are going to be my winner because it makes me so angry. So angry.
fair
Oh,
enough.
fuck you, Borderlands.
Now, my winner for this is nominated. However, I would like to give a special shout out to whatever episode it was in when we just spent like 20 to 30 minutes just coming up with movie titles involving Venom when Venom the Last Dance came out.
Venom.
Full Metal Venom.
Full Metal, yep, exactly like that. It's not my winner. However, I would like to give a special
Uh,
shout out to that because it does make me laugh from time to time. But my winner is "Oh no, he's been dislegged."
it's a really good winner. I probably would have picked it if I knew you guys weren't already picking it, and I wanted
Did
to
you
pick
just
something.
spoil Noah's pick? Did you just pick for Noah?
You know,
Yeah, no,
whoever made that "oh no, he's been disliked" joke, I'm sure is a really handsome, great man.
yeah,
Really
he's
funny guy.
probably a real cutie patootie.
Exactly. So,
I bet he's a pretty good fellow.
yeah, he's a pretty good fella. So, yeah, that is my pick. Oh no, he's been disliked. Yeah, it was a pretty good moment, you know? Pretty humorous.
That's a certified good moment.
Yeah. Shout out to the Michael Pena jokes though. Or just like in the first couple episodes when we just intentionally mispronounced names. Not just Michael Pena, but other ones.
Or
Like Django.
when we would make fun of characters for doing nothing in a movie and just reference them to Michael Pena and Furry.
And then I love when Michael Pena just freaking blew up for no reason and
It was the one thing he did in that entire movie. Is that
you
and
know,
wear a
it was a
top hat.
yeah. You know, Michael Pena's character was pretty mind-blowing in Fury.
He was pretty explosive in Fury.
Yeah. It was an explosive performance.
You know what else is a good joke that we all forgot about probably?
What?
The Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania review.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean?
Next week, by the
No,
way.
that review's coming.
Yeah,
That's next
there's
week.
that's my movie next week.
Elite movie.
Ryan, you want to continue there, pal, or are we just gonna sit here in silence again?
Ryan's gotta have like
At our
30 seconds of
runtime.
silence before moving on to the next one.
All right, the next nominee is the best movie on the podcast. Shawshank Redemption, Interstellar, Goodfellas, or Django Unchained.
I think you're forgetting one.
Sorry, Whiplash. I want to preface this by saying all of these movies are phenomenal picks.
No,
These
they
are
aren't.
all hold up. These are all probably top 20 movies of all time. I'd say they might even all be top 10.
That might be a little bit of a stretch.
For me,
Yeah,
I think
Django Unchained is
they're all.
literally right there.
Yes, but none of these are bad picks. I do want to preface by saying that. But that being said, my pick is biased. It's extremely biased. I'll admit that. It's my favorite movie of all time. My pick is Goodfellas.
At least bro knows he's biased. Because I'm also biased, because my pick is Interstellar.
I mean, maybe more people would agree with me on the Goodfellas take if we had a good episode about it.
Hey, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, yes, we will. Interstellar. Why is that your favorite movie? You should talk about it for an hour right now.
Oh, I've already done that.
Do it again.
No, Interstellar is just. It's not my favorite movie of all time. My favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future. But Christopher Nolan is my favorite director of all time, and that's my favorite Nolan film.
Well, guys, take a wild guess at what I'm nominating or what I'm voting right here.
I honestly don't know. It could be between two things.
Whiplash.
Really?
Because it's really, really good.
It really motivated
And
him to work harder.
Whiplash inspired me to go chase after my dreams.
Go chase the bag.
Mm-hmm. Whiplash is all about how I just gotta work harder and I'll be happy in life.
Exactly. And people who are borderline emotionally abusive to you, they're just trying to get the best out of you.
Yeah, they're just pushing you to be your best.
Ryan, I don't think
Exactly.
Fletcher was borderline emotionally abusive. He was just emotionally abusive.
Yeah, there was no
Oh,
borderline.
Borderlands? No.
Borderlands? No.
Dude,
No.
I could. A Fletcher in Borderlands would be tough. I might actually watch that movie if Fletcher was the main character.
Why do you suppose I hurled a chair at your head, Kevin Hart?
No, I'd probably miss because Kevin Hart's way too short.
That's fair.
He throws it over him by like 5 feet.
Yeah, because Kevin Hart's like 2 feet. So like, we moving on?
It's. Did you? Oh, you did do Whiplash. So
Dude, I've done a whole freaking episode on Whiplash where I yapped a lot on that. All right, I don't think I need to say much more.
All right, worst movie on the podcast: Year Without Santa Claus, Hereditary, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Halloween 2. I'm not picking A Year Without Santa Claus because it's a stupid Christmas movie that holds emotional attachment to Nate, so I don't want to like trash it. And that being said, I do think Halloween 2 is probably a worse movie regardless.
You know, when we recorded this on Saturday, I got a lot of heat for picking Hereditary, and it made me.
You're gonna get more.
Well, can I fucking finish?
Yeah, finish please.
I've had some time to
Pick
reflect.
Hereditary. Pick Hereditary.
I've had some time to reflect on this pick, and looking back on it, I think that Hereditary was the worst movie on the podcast in 2024.
So you had 3 days to think
What
about
in
it, and you
the?
decided to double down and be retarded.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Sounds about right.
All right, so I'm debating here. It's between Hereditary and Halloween 2. Both movies
Hereditary
kind of
is.
suck.
I mean,
So
Hereditary's worse. Hereditary's worse for what it's trying to do. Hereditary is objectively a better movie than Halloween 2.
What did we say about objectively, Ryan?
well,
You're gonna make
like
Noah mad.
objectively, you're a dumbass. So yeah. All right, just for that, I'm picking Hereditary. Yeah, because it was your pick, Ryan.
Let's
So yeah, you
go.
you hyped
All
it up
right.
as this goated movie. It's probably Halloween 2 though, let's be honest. But
Yeah.
Hereditary's ending sucks so bad though that I really wanted to pick it.
But Hereditary has one of the most shocking scenes in any movie ever.
That is true.
Let's be real.
Is the shocking scene in the room with us?
No, Hereditary legitimately does have one of the most shocking scenes in any movie.
I don't know. I just don't remember Hereditary.
You don't remember how shocking it was when the little girl got her head knocked
Oh, the
off?
little girl when she got like when she
Decapitated by
brutally
a
died.
telephone
Yeah,
pole.
yeah.
I remember.
I hate when that happens.
I remember very vividly the night Nate was watching that movie. I was at Canes, and he texted me. He had texted me like 4 times because I wasn't looking at my phone. He said, "Is anything gonna happen in this movie?" And then like 5 minutes later, he texted me in all caps, "Holy fuck! Holy shit! What the hell?" That was one of my favorite moments of all time.
Yeah, Halloween 2 I don't think was trying to be anything. It was just
Actually, Halloween 2 does have a shocking moment. Ben Tramer fucking explodes.
Now,
I
was it with
shot him
Hereditary and
6
Halloween 2
times.
and random people just like dying in the most brutal ways?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
I shot him 6 times.
But to be fair, that's most Halloween sequels.
Halloween threatens to make more movies.
Hopefully, they're not going to for quite a while.
John Carpenter causes the Halloween franchise.
Whoa, John Carpenter is goated. Don't.
No, he's not. He made Halloween 3.
He's good at what he does most of the time.
Most of the time.
No, I'm kidding. I don't
He
think that
made
much.
The Thing and Halloween 1. All right,
Yeah,
he's forgiven.
he is forgiven. But he did also cause
He,
the rest of the Halloween franchise.
he is
Not
the second
really.
best film director of all
Was
time.
it? Didn't he leave the Halloween franchise after 3? Or at least just like wasn't directing?
I don't remember. I remember we talked about it in the Halloween episode.
Because I don't. No, Carpenter definitely did not do number 4. That is not a Carpenter movie.
No,
Like
he
No,
definitely
no,
didn't
I think
direct it, but he might have been involved like in the studio somehow.
hashtag not
he
his
only did
fault.
the first 3.
Because I think after 3, he just after that like bombed. He just didn't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true. He was the producer for 3,
Oh,
and then after
here's the
that,
reason.
he wasn't involved
Hey, let me
anymore.
talk. Here's the reason he didn't do 4. Uh, John Carpenter wanted Halloween to be an anthology series, which is why Halloween 3 doesn't have Michael Myers. He thought Michael Myers' story was wrapped up after he died in the second one, which is why he's not in 3. But the studio said, no, Halloween tanked at the box office. You have to bring back Michael Myers.
And that's when Michael Myers started getting revived after every single movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude, he'll like burn to death or freaking explode, and he just comes back in the next movie with like one little scar on like his body or something.
Yeah, but that's every horror movie villain.
Yeah, have you
Hmm.
ever heard of Friday the 13th?
Yeah, unfortunately, when especially in the infamous cult classic Jason X.
Yeah, Jason got disliked in that movie.
Hmm. Anyway, on to the next thing. Yeah, unanimous decision here.
Worst bad movie of the month. Going overboard.
The nominees are.
Going overboard.
You know, we could have said The Room here, but The Room is fun to watch.
Yeah, The Room is too fun to watch to
The
be
Room
one
should have
of the
been
worst.
nominated for the next category, but anyway, Going Overboard was I feel like I got assaulted during that movie because of how
Like
bad it was.
actually, or or
No,
you just felt like you were assaulted?
no, I just felt like I was.
Yeah, I should have known going overboard because I looked at the cast before I watched it. I should have known it was going to be a lot worse than I was expecting when one of the main characters was played by a porn actor.
And interesting story. When I was watching Going Overboard, right? So, I was kind of on my phone for half the movie, just like barely paying attention because it was so boring. I didn't miss anything, of course, because it's Going Overboard. And then I'm kind of strolling on Instagram, and then I see Carl Anthony Towns traded to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, and that just made the viewing experience all the more worse.
He
Yeah,
has
but that was not
unresolved
the.
trauma from going overboard.
Well,
Hmm
that's not even the worst part of what happened. You still had to watch it Going Overboard.
Yeah, there was still more movie left. I was only like halfway through, so I had to sit through and watch the rest of Going Overboard, knowing that the Wolves ruined their title window they had.
You know, it's funny. I actually had a great night that night because I was playing Resident Evil 7 for the first time. So,
It's kind of a like that one meme where it's like the two dudes in the train, one's like right against the rock, and then the other one's like outside. It's like watched Going Overboard and didn't.
Yeah, I watched Going Overboard after a long night working. I got home at 12:30 in the morning after a long day at work, and I sat down and I was like, I guess I gotta watch Going Overboard, and then I had to watch an hour and 40 minutes of Adam Sandler trying to be funny.
You know, I could have just put it in 2 times speed. I think I actually did that towards the end. I think I legit did that because I was so pissed about the cat trade that I was like, oh my gosh, just please end this freaking stupid movie.
Just end
and
it
the,
all.
Yeah, I
and
was
this
able to do
shit,
that because it was on Tubi, so that was a nice thing about it.
yeah, everything's on Tubi. Oh, it was my turn. Most fun bad movie, Jason X.
I
We're just gonna
vote for The
discredit
Room.
the room right like that.
Yeah, come on, bro. See, this podcast has become a dictatorship because me and Nate would have nominated The Room, and I think we did. And then Ryan just chose to leave it off for no reason.
I mean, I still would
Uh,
have picked Jason X, but the room was fun.
You just don't appreciate real humor. I'm picking The Room.
yeah, fair enough.
So you wanna continue the award show here, Ryan?
Best cinematography, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Interstellar, Raging Bull, The Brutalist, and Nosferatu. I'm picking Interstellar because I refuse to give 2001: A Space Odyssey an award, and I haven't seen Raging Bull since I was like 10 years old or 8 years old, I think.
Bro watched Raging Bull at 8 years old.
Raging Bull at 8 years old is actually insane. Like, bro, why didn't your parents just show you Rocky? Like,
Matt Fink is doing wild things.
no. Instead of showing
Dude,
Rocky like a PG movie, shows him a rated R movie where the boxer like assaults his wife a couple times in the movie. Like, okay, great thing to show to
hey,
an 8-year-old.
Matt Fink let me play God of War at like 10, so
Okay, I guess all is
elite,
forgiven.
elite parenting skills.
Hmm
Yeah, let your kid play video games with boobs in it.
Hey, he'd rather me see boobs in a controlled God of War environment than out on the street.
We're on the on
No,
on the hub on the
On
laptop.
the hub on Orange YouTube.
on the
Hmm
hub on my Kindle,
Hub on my
a Kindle
Kindle is
Fire.
crazy.
I had a Kindle Fire when I was a kid instead of a phone. I didn't have a phone till like 8th grade. But I had a Kindle Fire from like 3rd grade to like 7th grade. I used to play Minecraft on that shit all the time.
Based.
Yeah, I'm picking Interstellar because it's not Raging Bull.
I'm picking Nosferatu because it actually came out in 2024, and I'm not
Yeah,
giving
because
it to the
it came out in
Brutalist.
2024. Yeah.
Well, I could have just copped out and given it to Interstellar,
Yeah, that would have been perfectly understandable.
but I already gave
Yeah.
Interstellar. I already gave Interstellar best score. I gotta show.
Hey, and
I got. You calm down. You calm the fuck down.
Yeah, actually, I didn't give you the best score.
Noah, go.
All right, so my opinion, which is better, is we'll go Raging Bull. Because I don't want to give it to 2001, and I don't know why I don't give it to Interstellar. Actually, I just think Raging Bull is cool. I really like the black and white aesthetic, and yeah, it's just shot really well. Beautiful film, and yeah. But the boxer is not a very nice guy though. He's not a very good fella. So I don't know why Matt Fink is showing that to Ryan at 8 years old.
It was an example of what not to be.
I don't think 8-year-old you understands that though.
Dude, I'm a Jake LaMotta fan for life.
Jake LaMotta is my role model, especially when he's outside of the ring.
Rest in peace, Jake LaMotta.
All right,
He
so we
had,
want to
he,
continue
he
the
had,
award show.
he had, he had 83 boxing wins.
Oh no, this dude fought like Sugar Ray Robinson like 5 times or something crazy like that. They just fought all the time and they lost like every time pretty much.
Well, yeah, but he fought one of the best fighters of all time.
Yeah, but like consider winning to
He
be
had
even
a
better fighter.
106. Okay, think about how many times boxers box now, right?
No, yeah, well, they boxed so much back in the day.
He had 106 fights in 13 years.
Jeez. Bro's fighting like once a month or once every 2 months.
Yeah, he fought 8.3 times a year.
That's crazy. Yeah, CTE was running rampant.
Yeah, it's probably why he walked up to his wife and he's like, "If I have CTE, you have to too." And he started punching her.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. All right, and finally, Best Picture. Our nominees
What
are
do you mean
Anora, The
finally? We have
Brutalist.
4 other
What do you mean? We have
categories.
like four, five
Oh,
other
sorry,
categories.
sorry. Suck my dick. I forgot I didn't reorganize them on the document. Guest of the Year. I'm nominating Brooks and Justin, our only two guests of the year. They both win. Co-winners.
Guys, you're actually missing Kobe Brennan.
Well, he's actually nominated
Who's it?
for worst guest of the year.
Yeah, we'll make a new one. Worst guest of the year.
All right, nominees for worst guest of the year are Colby Branham.
So
Okay.
we just
Well,
skipped over
we can
guest of
we
the
can
year.
talk about we can talk about Brooks and Justin a little bit. So I wasn't on the episode with Brooks. He was my replacement. I'm sure he filled in as well as he could for such a great host.
Yeah, he filled those holes nicely.
Oh, all right.
I think it was some big shoes to fill for him. He did the
Oh
best
yeah.
he could. And yeah, but
That's
I
fair.
was on the episode with Justin, and he made talking about Hereditary a little bit more enjoyable. So shout out to him, even though he talked, or no, it wasn't Hereditary, was it?
It was
Yeah, it
hereditary.
was. It
It was.
was the
Okay, it was.
episode where it was the episode where I was suffering from multiple ailments and went to go throw up in the bathroom for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
left you guys alone.
To talk about a movie
Yeah,
we didn't like.
yeah. So yeah, shout out to Justin. He didn't talk too much, but when he did, it was of substance.
It was meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Quality over quantity.
shout out to both. I had more fun in the Deadpool episode than I had with the Hereditary episode. That's why I'm going with Brooks.
I'm going with both of them because I don't want to be in a situation where I have to choose.
Boo.
I don't want to be in a situation where I have to choose
Boo!
my brother and my best friend.
Boo! You must
Coward.
choose that. For a wedding, at your best man at your future wedding, you got to choose that. So,
Yeah,
like,
just think about it
Well,
like a trial run.
it's gonna be my two co-hosts, obviously.
I'm not
but
going.
like you can only have one best man though,
Except
and
Nate.
also like I
Except
will
Nate.
not
It's
be
gonna be
attending.
yes, you will.
Nah,
What do you
I'm
mean you
not
won't
going
be
down to.
attending?
Well, I have to go down to Arizona, and
What do you
I
mean you
don't have
won't be
money.
attending? You'll be on the other side of the altar from me.
Oh, all right.
Okay. I was not aware of this.
bro,
You,
bro
you
just
are
got
now.
bamboozled.
I just got forced into a marriage. What is this, like the
It's like,
1500s or something, where just like you're married against your will?
yeah, I sold your dad a sheep. You said it was good enough. Okay,
Uh,
I sold your dad my Star Wars box set, and you said it was good enough.
oh my gosh. Anyway,
Next
episode
award
of the
is
year.
episode of the year. The nominees are The Thing, Jason X, Shawshank Redemption, The Room, and Deadpool and Wolverine. My pick is Jason X. It was the most fun episode. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. It was a great time, actually. It's definitely the funniest episode of the podcast.
Is that all you have to say?
So does it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Funny episode.
I have the same pick.
What's going on?
Okay.
I will say shout out to the Thing episode because the first 20 minutes of that are hilarious.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
shout out to the Deadpool Wolverine episode because that episode was
All right, well, my nominee will be Shawshank because I led the episode and I prepared for it and I wrote out notes and it was like our longest episode and we actually had
fun.
real analysis and stuff. And so it was a
Yeah.
productive conversation. There was some tomfoolery, of course, as there always is, but
Mhm.
we had a real productive conversation about one of the greatest
Mhm.
movies of all time. So I gotta go with that one. But
Yeah, but
shout out to the
if
Jason X episode.
if I was showing a new fan of the podcast that an episode, it'd be that one because it was our best actual film discussion. Oh yeah, sorry, it's back to me. Worst episode: Goodfellas, Hereditary, or the Ball Talk episode. I'm picking Hereditary, but that's mostly just because I'm disappointed in myself for how I led that episode. Uh, Suffering from multiple ailments that could have been prevented if I hadn't been hanging out with my friends till 4 in the morning the previous night and then getting up at 10 a.m. to record a podcast.
Skill issue, to be honest.
Among other things, I think I could have led a better episode. But yeah, that's just why it's my pick. I don't think it was the objectively worst episode. I was just disappointed in myself.
Yeah,
Nate.
I'm picking Goodfellas for the same reason because for as good as a movie as Goodfellas is, I did not give it the justice it deserved.
Mhm.
And I know we've mentioned in the past revisiting it under a new lens, and by that I mean having someone else lead the episode. But for as good of a movie it is, for it clocking in at under an hour is just not acceptable as a host of this podcast.
It's unacceptable. I will not have it. Sorry, I turned into Donald Trump there for a second.
Well, I will have to agree with Nate. Goodfellas wasted potential and are like second or third shortest episode. I think the only ones that were shorter were Nightmare episode and then The Year Without Santa Claus.
And yeah, and maybe
Uh,
maybe one of our like our roundup episodes, but those don't really
oh
count.
yeah. Honestly though, I think the roundup was actually longer because, or at least the one in August, because I remember that was like my generational
You
run.
yapped a lot about the August one.
Let me see. Let me pull up the episode list on Spotify. Let's see. August roundup was an hour and 31 minutes. Did we do a September? Oh, September was attached to Going Overboard. So that was over an hour. And yeah, so I'm right. Nightmare was 52 minutes. A Year Without Santa Claus is 48, so that's our shortest episode. And then Goodfellas is 58 minutes. We really talked about the nice guys more than Goodfellas.
No, we
How?
didn't.
Yes,
Yeah, we did.
No,
oh,
no, we the
it was a
episode
longer
was
episode.
longer.
Hey, those numbers don't lie. It was an hour and 15 minutes compared to 58.
Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ball don't lie.
we went from 58 minutes for Goodfellas to 2 hours and 10 for Shawshank.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
think that might have been the difference in hosts for the episode.
All right.
hey, Nice Guys is a hard episode to talk about, and I
Yeah,
did
what?
more than Nate at least.
Yeah,
I
it's
gave
not.
you guys information you didn't previously know about the movie. I told you that
uh,
Robert Downey Jr. played the dead guy on the tree.
That's
You didn't
true.
know that before.
mhm.
There was not a single thing Nate taught me about Goodfellas.
Well, even if I had put more effort, there's nothing I
Well,
could have taught you because
you
you've told
probably
me.
would have known it. Yeah,
Yeah, and to be
but
fair, it is my favorite movie of all time.
Nate did not tell me a single new thing about Goodfellas though, and
Yeah.
that
I
was my first
I
watch.
I, I let the podcast down with that episode, and but at least I cooked with the Interstellar episode.
You
Bro
did
put
cook
up a
with you.
Nico
You
Harrison
redeemed yourself.
performance with the Goodfellas episode.
It's alright. I redeemed myself after the Interstellar episode.
You
Uh,
did.
okay, let's continue with the show, Ryan.
Did you make your pick? What was your pick? Shawshank. Oh, sorry.
For
No, for
worst
worst
episode?
episode.
Oh no,
Worst
worst
episode,
episode.
pick
Sorry.
Goodfellas, buddy.
Okay. Sorry. Best thumbnail. Deadpool, Wolverine, The Thing, Jason X, or the Halloween special. I'm picking The Thing. That thing is hilarious. The fact that Nate didn't even want to make that the thumbnail before me and Noah convinced him, and it ended up being the greatest thumbnail of all time is awesome.
Yeah, I'm also going with The Thing. Special shout out to Deadpool and Wolverine because Colby cooked with that one. That was our first
Yeah, that's the only
actual thumbnail, and he did in fact cook.
the only good thing Colby's done.
But The Thing is my pick. I was blind to the vision at first, and then my eyes were enlightened, and I saw it, and it
It
was
was a
perfection.
it was a joke so good we did it twice.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm going with the thing here. It's gonna be a sweep. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I need to explain.
No, no, you
Just
don't.
look at the thumbnail. Just look at the thumbnail. It's self-explanatory.
Put it in the Louvre.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, that's all we gotta
Now we're
say.
doing it's best picture, right?
Now is
For
best
chill.
picture. Now you can do best picture, Ryan.
Thank you. The best picture nominees are Anora for some fucking reason because Nate's stupid. The Brutalist, Nosferatu, Enclave, Dune Part 2, Complete Unknown, and The Substance. I'm picking Dune Part 2, not because it was just my favorite movie that came out last year, but I think it was one of the best. It was awesome. It had great visuals, it had great action, it had great acting, it had great slow moments, it had great fast moments, it had Josh Brolin, it had Javier Bardem being a religious fanatic, and it had Zendaya, and she's bad.
Uh,
So
I, I, I
that's why
wouldn't
Dune 2 is my
I
best
wouldn't say
picture.
Zendaya is the reason why it deserves best picture.
Well, I said, and she's bad. So.
It's just like the little cherry on top.
Mhm. Exactly. If I didn't have Javier Bardem as a religious fanatic in there, then
Fair enough. My pick for best picture will not be Dune 2 because, as anybody who has listened to this podcast knows, I am a Dune hater.
you're not a Dune hater. You just don't like Timothy Chalamet because he's hotter than you.
No, I have gained a little bit of respect for Timothy Chalamet due to his recent displays of ball knowledge, but I also just didn't like Dune 2 as much because the way it's been hyped up around me with people around me, I thought it should have been a lot better than I thought it was.
But was bro expecting like The Godfather or something here?
I mean, with the way it was described at this point,
Yeah, people did kind of describe it as like it's like the best sequel. It's like The Godfather 2 or something like that. People were hyping up a lot. I still haven't seen it, but I'm sure it's good.
I
It's
think
probably
no,
just like
I think
not
it's one
as
of
good as they were saying as for.
it is good. It's just not as good as I think it was hyped up to be. I
That's fair.
think it's definitely an improvement to Dune Part 1, which I have gone on record saying is a complete slog to watch with how boring it can get.
Well, Yeah, I remember I
It can't
tried to
get
watch
boring.
it a couple of years ago. I do remember watching it now, and I don't remember what happened because I stopped watching halfway through and fell asleep. So that's my experience with Dune.
Yeah, Dune Part 2 is an improvement to Dune Part 1. My pick, however, is going to be Nosferatu because I think it was just purely the best movie that came out last year. It was very enjoyable. I thought Bill Skarsgård and Lily Rose Depp were both played their characters very well. Bill Skarsgård is most famous for playing Pennywise, and he kind of brings that same sort of energy to Count Orlok. And a lot of the visuals, a lot of the cinematography is really well done. There's a lot of close-up shots on the Count Orcok. Not a lot, but
Yeah.
but it's exactly what you would expect from a kind of like a 90s era vampire movie. And Ryan, you're gonna have to help me out here because I don't want to fuck it up again. But the Dracula movie with Keanu Reeves.
What the fuck did you call it?
I think I
It's
said
Bram
Von.
Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, it's Bram Stoker's. I think I said Von Braun for some reason.
Like, where did you get that name from? Because you had to make it up. That's not a thing.
I don't know, dude. It's just what my brain said. But
Yeah, my favorite movie, Limp Bizkit's Dracula.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. But no,
Rage.
it was very similar to that. It was there was a lot of sexual tension between the two characters,
Mhm.
and it's just exactly what you expected from a vampire movie like that. So that's why it's my pick for
You
best
know,
picture.
my favorite movie, Rage Against the Machines, Dawn of the Dead.
What about Weezer's Shaun of the Dead?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Wolfman. Yeah. Foo Fighters, 12 Angry Men. Damn, alright. I'll go fuck myself then.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have an opinion here because I want one.
Alright,
Uh,
have an opinion.
I'm
As long as it's not a Nora. If it's a
I'm,
Nora, I quit the podcast.
I'm
You have
gonna
been
pick
given
a
permission to
Nora
have
for my.
an opinion.
Okay. No, I don't need your permission. I have my own permission.
Alright.
So I'm gonna pick Dune Part 2 because it looks really cool and I have it on my watch list and I will watch the Dune movies fairly soon, perchance this month. So that's my pick.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hooray!
How I feel picking a movie for best picture when I haven't even seen it.
Oh, I feel rage baiting on a topic I know nothing about.
All right. Well, we have successfully cut this from 2 hours and 3 minutes to just about an hour and a half.
Yeah, how did we go so much faster this time?
Because you
Because
weren't watching Instagram Reels this time.
no, and
Uh,
I was kind of being an asshole last episode, and that was my gimmick, and I didn't want to do that today. So
Yeah, it was he wasted all his rage baiting on the last episode on the last
yeah,
recording.
I didn't, and also I kind of like just woke up from a nap right before recording this, so I was a little tired.
Bro forgot we
yeah, we
recorded
can't.
today.
No, I woke up from a nap, I checked Instagram, and then I saw like you just at me, and I'm like, wait, we're recording an episode today?
Which is so funny because you set the like time for it.
I didn't set the time. I just said like, oh yeah, we should do it Tuesday. I don't remember setting a
Mhm.
time. Maybe I did. I don't know,
Yeah,
but like,
I don't think you. I think Nate set the time because he
No,
had to
yeah,
work.
yeah,
he said Tuesday, and I said I had to work, so we'd have to do it around 4 my time.
okay. Well, I forgot that moment. So like, I have Alzheimer's. Need one
Now,
Alzheimer's is tomorrow.
now, as much as I would like to yap with you gentlemen for another 20 minutes, Daredevil is dropping in less than 1 minute, so I'm gonna wrap this up here.
All right. Uh, yeah, Daredevil review next week.
Maybe. Maybe we'll. I
I'm
think. I
kidding.
think we should wait until. No, I would be down for it, but we should definitely wait until the whole show
The
drops.
whole thing. When is that? Like a year?
There's 2 episodes dropping tonight, and it's 8 episodes in the first season, so about 6 weeks from now.
Mhm.
We should probably say what movie we're doing next week. So I'm leading the episode next week, by the way, so we know it's going to be a good episode. And we're doing Shutter
Mhm.
Island next week, so that should be a solid episode. And what other movies are we doing this month?
Green Book
Green Book
is my pick.
and and I believe Goodwill Hunting is mine. It's either that or like The Deer Hunter.
Oh, both very solid
Good Will
picks.
Hunting. Good Will Hunting. Just keep it as that.
Well, The
I want
Deer
to watch
Hunter's
that again
good.
because like the first time I watched Good Will Hunting was just like when I was on vacation with my family, so like I didn't really get to like
Mhm.
I don't know. I was a little distracted during it a bit,
Your
but it was
fam,
really good.
your family didn't understand what it's like to be a cinephile.
Yeah, exactly. My family didn't give me the true like cinephile viewing experience. Also, like, so we were like, it was like we were renting a cabin on like a lake or
Mhm.
whatever, and so the TV was kind of a little smaller. It wasn't like super small, but it wasn't like as big as like what I usually would
Mhm.
watch something on. So I was like, and the
Mhm.
quality was kind of trash. So it's like it wasn't a true cinephile viewing experience. So I need that. Um,
You couldn't get your cinephile rocks off for that movie experience.
exactly. Like it just wasn't it, you know? But it was still a really good movie though. I still
Mhm.
very much enjoyed it. And also the problem with that TV also was like the sound was just like you would have to turn it up like all the way for you to actually be able to hear people. So like I low-key couldn't
Oh, I
hear like
hate
half the
movies like that.
dialogue. Yeah. So I still gave it like a nine. The movie's really good because I still gave it like a 9 or something, even with all that
Mhm.
trash for the viewing experience, I remember. So
Mhm.
I'll probably give
I
it
think with a
higher
good
next time
viewing,
around,
yeah, I think you might give it a 10.
per chance. I don't know. It's really hard to give something a 10 for me though. Like remember, I give like 6 movies a 10
Yeah, what are those 6 movies?
or something like that. What is it? What have I given a 10? Well, it's like obviously Whiplash, Shawshank, uh,
Mhm.
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
I think I did.
Mhm.
Um, I think I did give Casablanca maybe. I might change that now. I think I might just like get that slightly below 10.
Did you give 12 Angry Men a 10? I know you gave it 5 stars.
I think I did. Maybe not though. Maybe it was a 5 star that wasn't a 10. Oh, it was a
Yeah,
9.8. Okay.
mhm.
It's very close. What is if I get 5
Mhm.
stars? So Shawshank, Whiplash, Interstellar. Oh, A New Hope and Empire, and The Godfather,
Mm.
and
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
That's it, I think. Yeah, I believe so.
Let's go. Based. All right, I need to go eat dinner. I still haven't eaten dinner, and it's like almost 8 o'clock. Or it just hit 7 o'clock, so it's almost 8 o'clock. But you know what I mean.
Yep. Okay, well, I guess that is it for this episode.
All right.
Nate, when he uses the ball, is funny.
Haha, funny moment.
Haha, hilarious moment. Nate's really trying to be like me when I said, "Oh no, he's been dislegged." He really wants a moment like that.
Nate wants his time in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are we calling it there?
Yeah, we're calling it.
All
Yep.
right. Ryan, hit us with an outro.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week for Shutter Island. Yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. We'll see you next week. Have
Yeah.
a great week. Don't drink and drive. If you do, do it well. Don't commit a crime. If you do, don't get caught. And
Don't
we'll see
add
you
or
next
Don't
week.
subtract from the
don't
population.
don't. Gosh dang it! You beat me to it, bro. The dads, when you go out, don't add or subtract to the population.
I actually got hit with that by my dad a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or before going to prom.
I've gotten that a couple times.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, don't add or subtract from the population. Don't commit a crime and get caught.
Well,
Don't
okay,
drunk drive and drive.
you can add to the population if you're ready to.
You can
But like,
Yes, if
the-
you're ready,
add responsibly.
add
add
to
responsibly.
the
Add and subtract responsibly.
and subtract.
Yeah,
But
you know,
how are we subtracting responsibly? Like, are we
some,
just like
some
cutting
people.
someone's life support or something?
All right, I'm killing this
No,
before we go off the rails.
some people need to be taken out. That's all I'm gonna say.